Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of my Parkitect Sandbox park. The park is growing nicely. I think I'm about halfway done now. And yeah, I think the park is starting to look amazing. Especially this last area, I'm just really proud of it. I really like the way I did the landscaping here. I think the coaster and the river rapids also look really nice, swirling around in this landscape. So I'm really happy with this area. But since this area is completed, it's time to work on something new. And in this area over here, I want to have a jungle themed area. Now, first thing I'm going to do in this episode is work some more on the layout of the monorail. I want to have a station somewhere over here. So that way it doesn't really sit in one of the themed areas here, and I can just make it more or less a generic theme. And then probably I'll have a building a little bit above the path with the monorail station, and then I can extend the path throughout the building, and then over here I can make a path that branches into the themed area over here and into the themed area over here. Well, yeah, like I already said, I want to have a jungle theme here. And I think it will be really fun to work at. So yeah, I also wanted to add a tracked ride somewhere in this area in this episode. I'm kind of thinking about adding another water ride. I think it will be fun working with one of the rides that was introduced in Parkitect, which is the Splash Battle. I believe there's one of these in a park near by where I live in Walibi, Holland. So yeah, I'm quite excited to try and build one of these. Anyway, I'm just gonna start off with the monorail. So right now the track is of course not very exciting, but I'm going to first change the layout a bit so I can make a station over here. And later, as I've built the Splash Battle ride, I will probably also relay the monorail track a bit, just to make everything look interesting. Okay, with the monorail station now done, I can work on the actual jungle area. No, I quite like the way this monorail station turned out. It's quite a generic building. I think it's already even a little bit nicer than this one I built over here. I think I'm getting a little bit better at making buildings. For sure, it's a lot easier to make nice-looking buildings in Parkitect than it is in, for example, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Alright, I will now continue working on this area, and what I will be working on immediately is the Splash Battle ride, as it will take the most space in this plot. It will definitely be the defining element here. Alright, I will probably sink the ground a little bit and then build the ride on that. And I think I might be able to raise the water level so that the ride actually sits in the water. Kind of just like I did for the log flume. Let me quickly show you. So for example here in this trench the track also immediately sits on the water. So I'm going to try and go for a look that's similar to that. Okay, here's our Splash Battle ride. Now, I wasn't actually able to make a nice looking bridge over it, and that's mostly because these boats are really tall. So a bridge over it, I think it would look pretty dumb, unless I make the approach much higher. But that's not really something I want to do. So instead, I'll just try and make the path go around the ride, instead of over it. Well, yeah, I should have plenty of space here to actually do that. Okay, I see I can also make targets here. Not really sure what these do. Let's just place one and I may be able to hook it up to an effects controller. Let's see if that actually works. Okay, not really sure how it works or what it does. Yeah, I guess I'll just place a few along the track and see if they actually do anything. Maybe it's just for a virtual score system, something like that. Yeah, if you if you actually know what these targets do, let me know in the comments. Alright, looks like the guests will actually try to shoot these targets. And their aim is pretty spot on. Yeah, I think this is a good way to actually make it look like they're trying to target the guests that are walking here along the path. Yeah, maybe I'll try placing a few more of these, but this is definitely a fun addition to the park. Maybe I also have to attach these targets to a track segment. But yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'll just play around with it a bit more. Alright, I've named it in the naming scheme that I use for all my rides in the park. So the name is now Splashy McBattleFace. Now, I figured out what these targets do. So I think it's time to place a few more of them along the track, especially at places where where it's close to the paths. So I can definitely see a few more spots to place these. What I also like is that the guests actually also try to splash the other people that are on the boats that they pass by. So yeah, I'm just also going to decorate this ride a little bit more with lots of these trees and plants. And something which I will also work on next is the actual station for the ride. Now, not really sure if I'm going to give the station a roof. I think I can actually manage to do it, but it will be pretty high because these boats are really tall. But yeah, I'll come up with something nice for it. Alright, I think that's enough decorating from me for today. I'm really happy with the progress I made today. Yeah, I definitely think this area has a nice jungly feel. Maybe it'll need some more of these vines to make it look a little bit more overgrown, but for now I'm happy with it. And I'll definitely have to leave some for the next episode, of course. Okay, I will add a few patrons to the park now, and I will add them in this new area. So I'll just quickly make a new zone. I'll place new entertainers, and after that I will name them. Okay, I've added 3 entertainers, so now it's time to name them. Well, first off, we have this entertainer here. He's a scarecrow, which I think is really fitting for this area of the park. So let's click him, and we can then change his name, and his name will be Blinded Forest. So yeah, thanks a lot, Blinded Forest, for being a patron, and you've definitely deserved a spot in the park. Alright, then we go to the next entertainer. Let's follow him around. He is over here. He's a shark. And his name will be RMP. Oh, capital. RMP. Dumpy. Really love that name. Alright, thanks for supporting me on Patreon. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your spot in the park. And finally, We have one more entertainer. And his name will be Alex Harding. Alright, thanks a lot Alex Harding, really appreciate your support. You will now be walking around in this jungle area. Alright, still quite a lot to be done in this area, but really happy with the progress. I think for the end of this episode it will be fun to actually take a ride on one of these tugboats. I hope you enjoyed watching me build. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a like. I would really appreciate it if you do. And remember, if you want to watch more of my videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. Again, I would also really appreciate if you did that. Alright, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me build, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.